you are listening to
The WrestleGeddon Podcast.
the WrestleGeddon Podcast.
Oh, we're live. Look at that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another of the WrestleGeddon Podcast. We are back after a unplanned week off last week. Was not feeling good. But, of course, I am Chris the Heat Matthews, and he's the Tennessee Jesus, Carl Crossland. Carl, what is going on, man?
Man, it's been out buying up all the bread and milk, and eggs at all the stores, and toilet paper, for the shits I'm gonna get afterwards. But other than that, man, I'm doing pretty
You're
good.
gonna make a killing making French toast in your neighborhood?
Something like that. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't understand. Like, even if we do get ice, it's like, God forbid you're sending it in your house for 3 days.
Well, that's the thing that kills me. It's like, why? Okay, I can understand the water part of it. Like, if you lose power or whatever, like, I wouldn't want to drink, tap water either.
I drink tap water.
Um,
I
well,
love tap water.
I don't trust city tap water. So,
Well, I don't know
regardless,
about Durham, but Raleigh has gotten really good tap water. We're like, I think like there was like some kind of like world survey done, and Raleigh had like the third best tap water in the world.
okay. Well,
Tasting, I
awesome.
don't know about like fucking health benefits or nothing.
If it
That
actually
might
is
be.
tap
It's
water.
actually killing. It's killing us. That's why it tastes good. How the lead, how the lead in the water.
I mean, I shouldn't be picky about the damn tap water because I used to drink out the fucking garden hose. So like, or like
Yeah,
creek
for sure.
water. So I shouldn't be picky about the damn tap water. But I don't know, as you get older, you learn things, and it's like, I don't want to put that in my body. So, but it is what it is. Uh, but I do get that. There's some people that do not, trust the tap water at all. Okay. But like, what are you gonna do? Like, the power goes out, you shouldn't be getting into your fridge to begin with. So unless it's absolutely necessary. So let me go ahead and open up the fridge and get this milk out that I just bought. Let me get these eggs out. What the hell am I going to do with these eggs? I can't make anything because my power's out unless I got natural gas. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's every time there's snow, it never fails.
Yeah.
I stopped at went to the grocery store behind my house. Is the food line that's over here. And as I was walking in, there's these two ladies walking out with their carts like loaded with like 4 to 5 cases of bottled water in each cart. I was like, damn, how much water you need for a weekend? Like, you planning on being like no power or nothing for 2 weeks or a month? Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, bathe in it too?
Yeah. No,
I
I
don't know.
never understand. I mean, we do. I think my wife did get like a good case of water just because I'm not one that prefers tap water. But yeah. I mean, I understand like batteries, flashlights, some more
Yeah.
blankets, um, um, stuff like that. But yeah, the food, especially like perishable foods or foods that you have to cook. You know what I mean? Like you got to think about like the best thing to get is probably like lettuce and like produce, cabbage, stuff like that. But tomatoes, stuff that don't necessarily need to be cooked. You can just chop it up and eat it.
Even then, like if you have a grill, like you can still cook on the grill. But I don't know too many people that are gonna go outside in the freaking snow and ice and sit there and cook up a steak. So,
I mean, they do it in Buffalo every Sunday.
well, there's that live in Buffalo. I can confirm that because I'm from about 3 hours, 3 hours like south of Buffalo. So
Yeah.
a lot of special people. You're also talking about the same people that put each other through tables
Yeah.
for whatever reason. So, upstate New York, man, it's a whole other animal.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome stuff. All right, let's get into it here this week. Did you pick anything for the random album for Heart's
Yeah,
Queen?
I did.
Okay. All right, I just want to make sure because I did too. And
Wasn't much to pick from. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pick between the same two songs, probably.
probably. For fuck's sake, it's a random album. I didn't do graphics this week either. I got some notes in, and that was pretty much it. And then I fell asleep for a couple hours. So, but the album this week was "Little Queen" by Heart, which is something that we had before we took our little break. Carl, go ahead. What did you end up going with?
If you want me to go first, I get to go first. I'm going with Barracuda.
Okay.
Uh,
I figured you'd pick Barracuda. I picked Kick It Out.
that was my backup choice. If you went with Barracuda, that's why I said. That's why I was like, there's only like two songs we can pick.
I thought about
What
it.
is it?
I said, "Well, I know Barracuda. Like everybody knows Barracuda." And I was like, "Okay." Well, I was like, "Kick It Out" was pretty good too. So we'll go with
Yeah.
those two. So,
And then the rest of them, like, I don't know if I even remember any of the songs. That's how like
nope.
non-memorable they were. Um, and then to me, Kickback wasn't like great. You know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go with Barracuda, and then
It
if he
was-
goes first, and picks Barracuda, I'm going with Kickback.
it was the better option out of the rest of them besides Barracuda.
Yeah, for sure. But
All right.
next
So what album we got for next week?
next week, man, can you remember back to 2007?
I think so.
You can remember back 2007? All right. Well, 2007, I
Yeah.
remember this album was probably like one of the biggest albums of that year. We have Shock Value, Timberland.
Ah,
Remember that?
yep.
Had the songs with Nelly Furtado and Justin Timberlake, and um, I'm trying to remember. There's a bunch of stuff, bunch of songs off of this album. Apologize with One Republic, and uh,
It's too late to apologize.
but yeah, it was pretty popular. Timberland and Justin Timberlake and Nelly Furtado were like on a uh, I don't know what you'd call it, like a peak that year. I think like all three of them came out with like an album.
Yeah, because I think that's when Nelly Furtado released that more because she had like her first album was more like a like it was still pop, but it wasn't. It was like completely different sound than her second album than the next album was.
Yeah, because the first album was like, I'm like a bird.
Yeah, and this one it had was it Man Eater and like a couple other songs on there, and the sound on it was like completely different compared to that first album.
Promiscuous
Yeah.
boy, whatever. You already know.
Speaking of Nelly Furtado, have you seen recent pictures of her?
Aged like fine wine, dude.
I know. Like Nelly
Aged
Furtado, like she had a booty, but now she got a dump truck.
yeah. That's why some women out there saying like afraid to gain like a little bit of weight. Like you can put on some weight and still look good. Look better, actually, in my opinion. Like I would holler at her way more now than I would back when she was like a bird trying to fly away.
Oh, awesome. All right. So this week's album was Little Queen by Heart. Carl picked Barracuda. I picked Kick It Out. Next week, we've got Shock Value by Timbaland, taking it back to 2007. 2007. I was working at Radio Shack at 2007.
I was installing countertops. 2007.
Living my best life.
Right before I think it's like right before the housing market crashed, right? That was like 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around there. Are you ready? All right. I watched more wrestling this week than I did last week. I just, for some reason, just was not feeling a lot last week. I don't know. It was a weird week. But this week was pretty solid. I'm going to say great main event on Raw between CM Punk and Finn Balor. It's probably definitely one of the best matches I've seen this year. Well, we're like 3 weeks into the year, but I would say probably in the last 3-4 months, it's definitely been one of the better matches on WWE programming.
It's probably like been the best Raw match in, like, since it's probably been on Netflix, maybe.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, I'm trying to think. Am I missing? I'm probably forgetting something. Somebody be in the comments like, you dumb fuck. How could you not remember? I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something. But yeah, I think it's probably the best match on Raw since it's been on Netflix.
Such a great match. Such great storytelling in that too. I'm kind of hoping this leads to maybe Finn parting ways with the Judgment Day and going out on his own. Maybe we'll get like a singles push for Finn.
Yeah. I think ultimately that's where it goes. I don't know if it leads to a single push with Finn or a singles push with Dominic, but it's going to lead somewhere.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else decent out of Raw, but not really a whole lot.
Yeah, I think AEW kind of overshadowed the main event was so good it kind of overshadowed the whole card. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They do the main event on AEW was Swerve versus was it Kevin Knight? Yeah, so I think it was Swerve versus Kevin Knight, which was actually a really good match too. Considering.
Powerhouse Hobbs
this week.
Is signing with there to be.
Yes.
A lot of people.
Yes, Powerhouse Hobbs. It's every time someone leaves WWE or AEW to WWE, they're automatically a traitor, a sellout, blah blah blah.
I mean,
Like,
technically, he probably is a sellout because he's probably going to make way more than he did.
probably, and I mean, and people are like, oh, he's one of those typical indie guys that does the same thing. Promos aren't that good, and he has like the same look, or he has like one signature facial expression or pose that they do all the time. I was like, did you ever think that possibly signing for WWE would be a good thing? With the resources that they have, as far as with NXT, the Performance Center, all the other stuff, and all the training that they get as well, like
Yeah.
or the access that they have. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. More power, no pun intended, but more power to Powerhouse Hobbs for taking that leap.
Yeah.
No. And that's the other thing too. I saw this comment and it's like on the nose with this. Like, these guys that are leaving AEW to go to WWE, they weren't watching AEW when they were kids.
Yeah.
So obviously they grew up watching WWE. So the end game was always WWE. So regardless if they go and they don't make it or whatever, they can always say, hey, I wrestled for WWE.
Yeah. And possibly get paid more money while they do it.
Yeah. So, there's another thing I saw, like an article, because there's more talent contracts that are coming up over the next couple months with AEW, and like the article's like, oh, what's Tony Khan going to do with these contracts that are coming up, these superstars or the talent that's on this roster, and like the talent that they're pointing out was Britt Baker, Danhausen, and I can't remember who the third one was, but like it's all people that haven't been on TV since last year.
Yeah.
Since midway through or early 2025. So it's not really that big of a loss for AEW if it's not anyone that they've been putting any type of value into or money behind.
Yeah, that and like Britt Baker is not very good. So it's like your women's division got like 10 times better like once she left and was no longer the star of the division.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like you actually got Tony Storm and Sasha Banks.
And which part of that, with Britt not being on TV, allegedly has to do with her not wanting to work with Mercedes.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Which I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to work with her. So. Oh, that's what was coming up this weekend. I'm watching SmackDown, and Saturday night's main event is on tomorrow night.
Yeah, Saturday night main event. Which is weird that they have it on before. Well, I mean, I guess they'll have like a go home show before the Royal Rumble next weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I don't really think that's a big loss for AEW.
No, they weren't really using them like.
I think we'll see
like that anyway.
Danhausen's still been, keeping up appearances on the independent scene. And I think he still has, that pretty big following and momentum behind him, regardless of not being on AEW TV, that he would get picked up in a place like WWE or TNA or something once his contract is up.
Maybe TNA. I don't think Danhausen is like, I don't know, like as big as like Joe Hendry was or anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he has that much of a fall. And then I think he's like a little too niche.
But he's a good comedy act. And
yeah. I mean, I guess
pretty solid wrestler.
All things are possible. But
yeah. What's the other thing? Tommaso Ciampa said he is not re-signing with WWE, but will continue to take independent bookings once his contract is up. I think his contract is coming up soon. So
yeah, I think his time in WWE is pretty much like ran its course. Like I don't see him getting like a huge like main roster push. You know what I mean? So I think he is kind of at that point in his career where you can do independent shows and be the biggest name on the ticket and still make decent money. And he's a good wrestler, you know what I mean? So like always he will elevate wherever like independent show or whatever he's on, he would elevate that show and elevate those talents that he'll be working with.
I would pay that ticket price for an indie show to see Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to be off TV very long after that contract's up. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets picked up by AEW.
They could. I just like as the AEW sits the way it is right now, I just don't really see like you know what I'm saying, like a role for him.
Yeah. Unless they use him in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Which will make sense since he got his major start in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Where he pretty much made like a name for himself.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with that. TNA made its debut on AMC last week. Very good show. A lot of people apparently had a differing opinion than I did about it, but I thought it was good, entertaining from start to finish.
Yeah, who had a bad opinion about it?
There was a lot of people out there saying like the show sucked and it wasn't as good as it could have been, and
I mean that's all shows.
So. Yeah, and I think they there were some stuff that came out. I guess Leon Slater was supposed to defend the NXT title. But they said he had visa issues, but he ended up working, I think it was SmackDown that week in London. So, and then he wasn't there this week either because, they're still saying he had visa issues. So, there's that. And then they had, a lot of people were dogging the women's, the Knockouts tag title match between the Inspiration and the Elegance brand, which I thought it was very good. I was fully entertained, but I guess if you are a fan of those two teams, it could be a difference of opinion there, as opposed to if you're not a fan. So, like, I'm not a huge fan of the Elegance brand, but I love the Inspiration. So, to me, I thought it was a pretty good match.
Yeah.
But then, like, the next day was announced the Inspiration are no longer under contract with TNA and free agents now. So.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there. We had Genesis in between the debut and this week. We saw JDC's final match against Eddie Edwards. Edwards picked up the win for that one. And Mike Santana is the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Kazarian after his massive match with Bear Bronson on the debut on AMC, which was a pretty good match as well. Great main event for that.
Yeah.
With JDC leaving, they announced a new member for the system this week to close out the show. And Bear Bronson was the one that was taking JDC's place. And they all ended up turning on JDC, beating him down. And then they turned on Moose. They kicked Moose out of the system. And then Cedric Alexander hits the ring. So, it kind of looked like he's, making the save or whatever. But then Cedric Alexander starts beating down on Moose and JDC. So now the system is Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, Bear Bronson, and Cedric Alexander.
Alexander.
So,
All right.
I was like, all right, cool. So,
Yeah.
was,
I don't know if I
definitely,
don't know if I would kick Moose out, but still, it's pretty cool.
yeah. Well, I think the storyline reason behind it is because Moose has been on a losing streak
Okay.
recently. So, maybe they felt like he wasn't, pulling his weight in the group or, trusting in the system, so to say. So, that's why they kicked him out. Well, I'm sure they'll explain why on next week's Impact. So, but it definitely wasn't something that I saw coming or was expecting at all. Even like the turn on JDC, like the way that they've been building it up the last couple months with him retiring and everything. So I thought it was a pretty good swerve that they put out there. So props to the TNA for that one. So a lot of good stuff. Yeah. I was trying to think anything else. Saturday's main event, we kind of touched on that being tomorrow night. We got Cody Rhodes be taking on Jacob Fatu. WWE
Drew McIntyre won the title.
Fatal 4-way match. That's right. Drew won the title.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. I remember asking. I remember asking you if you wanted me to spoil it for you, and you was like, "No, don't spoil it." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's right. Drew McIntyre, new world champion or undisputed champion, I guess. It's a nice turn of events, I guess. That's what I'm looking for. To see somebody different back into the title picture.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's not as bad as his last run.
I think it'd be a lot better than his last run. I don't know if it'd be that long, but
that's what I'm hoping for. Then on top of that too. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I was saying on top of that title win, he also had I forgot about Gunther versus AJ from a couple weeks ago, which was a really good matchup. And then we get AJ wanting to get a rematch, but ended up putting his career on the line at the Royal Rumble against Gunther.
Yeah. Rumor has it that AJ Styles is no longer under contract with WWE, so it could be his last match. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. He said before he wasn't signing another contract after his WWE one was up. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, it should be pretty good though.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we have more people in the title picture. And I like, believing that any time like the person challenging the person for the title can win. And
yeah,
I think we're starting to get that now. So
pretty damn cool.
feels good. I'm not excited about it. You excited for the Rumble? Or you want to go through Saturday Night Main?
The Royal Rumble is one of my favorite events, so I usually get pretty excited for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just for me this year, I just don't feel like it's like you know what I mean? Because it's like I don't think we're gonna have any surprise entrants because, of course, it's a they have to go through customs. You know what I mean? Like I don't see them being able to sneak somebody into a country without anyone knowing.
That is true, especially all the people that hang out at the damn airports. Yeah, that'd definitely be a little hard to do all that. So. I don't think anytime that they've had an event in Saudi Arabia that they've had any type of surprises on the card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just gonna get the Rumble match. I mean, don't get me wrong, they'll probably bring like maybe a few like vets or something in, but it's not gonna be a surprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we've got in the Royal Rumble so far is Cody, Gunther, Jay, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, and Solo. For the men's Rumble. Women's Rumble is Io, Rhea, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bailey, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss.
I got my money on Charlotte.
I don't know if I want Charlotte to win another Rumble though.
I'm just, yeah, I'm joking.
It's gonna be a tough one to call. With the women's one, kind of feel the same with the men's. Like, I just
Cody for the third time in a row.
Yeah, it was Cody or Roman. Were probably like the two high ones. The other thing too is I could Gunther possibly. So
yeah,
like I can see them doing that, having him go against AJ like earlier in the night. You know, he's probably gonna end up beating AJ and then coming in to the Royal Rumble and winning the Rumble just to give him more shit to brag about. Like, I retired Goldberg, I retired Cena, made him tap, I retired AJ Styles, and I won the Royal Rumble.
If he comes in like 2 or 3, I'd say he's winning it. But if he comes out towards the end, I don't think he is going to win.
Well, that's gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens with there. Saturday night's main event, though, we've got the women's tag team championship match between Rhea Ripley and Io against the Judgment Day, Liv and Roxanne. Cody's taking on Jacob Fatu. They just announced on SmackDown tonight AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And then we have a fatal 4-way to determine the number 1 contender to take on Drew McIntyre at the Rumble. That's Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, and Sami Zayn. That fatal 4-way, like, I highly doubt it's going to be Damian Priest or Sami Zayn. It's hard for me. It's between Randy Orton and Trick Williams.
Yeah, I just don't know if you go Trick Williams, you have to have him win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like win it all type thing. Trick Williams would be like one of my like surprise like Royal Rumble. You know, at least like if not win it, be like in the final 4. You know what I mean? Like have them give. You know how like every year you have like that one young person that kind of has like a really good showing in the Royal Rumble, even though they don't win. Like Tiffany Stratton that one year, like she didn't win, but you know she kind of set herself up.
I mean, it's too bad, you know, they can't do the spot with Chelsea Green.
Yeah, that was
spoiled on Unreal.
Yeah, that would have been perfect. Like that would have been like the best ending to the Royal Rumble ever. Like I would have loved that. Like,
oh, they fucked up so bad with that. So bad.
28, 29 eliminate themselves, and then 30 comes out Chelsea Green, the winner of the Rumble. That would have been awesome, dude.
Oh man, this is good stuff. Oh yeah, we're getting up around that time for WWE 2K26, which was a new pre-order, drops on January 30th for 2K26, the Attitude Era edition. So the cover for this one has got the Dudleys, Stephanie McMahon, Lita, Trish, Chyna, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Austin, Michaels, and Kane. Does not say, there's no pricing on here yet, so I'm sure it'll be one of the higher priced ones like the Bloodline edition was. Trying to get last year. I think I got the Dead Man edition.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like fucking all these. Like, I hate the way like games are now, to where they're just like a cash grab for people to have to spend extra money to buy extra characters.
Yep. They don't even have a listing for it on. I just tried to search it on IGN. It's not even showing up anywhere. I don't even think they've announced like a roster or anything for this yet. Or
well, I'll tell you some people that better be on it. Kelsey Green better be on it. You better have Kayla Parker on
there. Yeah, she was in last year's game, so she'll be in there.
You gotta have Ubba Femi better be on
26. All right, found the full list.
I'm taking a wild guess. The Undertaker.
Like the game is. So the game's scheduled to be released by March 31st. All right, we got in here for
Undertaker's on there. Legends. Yeah. I'm gonna name one, and then you tell me if I got someone on there, if I just made something up. All right, I'm gonna say the Undertaker will be on there as a legend.
Yeah, he's in there as a legend. It's the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Stone Cold Steve Austin as a legend.
Yeah, he's in there. He's on the cover of the Attitude Edition pack.
Okay. I'm gonna say Triple H will be a legend.
Yep. Those are all the guys on the cover of the Attitude Era edition.
I ain't looking at the cover. I'm just guessing.
I know I'm saying, but these are all. I literally just named off all three of those.
Okay, so I gotta go with somebody that's not. Did you say Kane?
Kane, yep. Kane is on there. Just like scratch out the top Attitude Era guys.
Okay, damn it, Chris. All right, so I gotta guess somebody from like older.
Yeah.
Let me take a wild guess. I am going to say Hacksaw Jim Duggan will be on there.
Possibly. They don't. He's under a Legends contract, so there's a possibility that he'll be in there.
You don't have the list?
I thought you had the list too. But I'm going through it, and they're like, "Oh, this is just predictions."
Oh fuck! I could be wrong.
Roster list. Oh, let's check this one. This came out a day ago. Legendary Superstars get his own showcase mode, fan favorite matchups. CM Punk will get is getting a showcase mode. There's like really no information.
You get a CM Punk showcase mode where you leave and go fight in UFC and come back.
Oh man. No, they could do it. That's very disappointing that there's not really any information out here yet. So
Yeah,
you'll at
you
least
think-
get like your main
Attitude Era.
main roster people that you see on TV every week. So
I just hope they get like some of the like. To me, if you're gonna have the Attitude Era, like let's go like real Attitude Era. Like give me the headbang, like the headbangers ain't on there. Fucking just throw that shit in the trash. Like, you need the headbangers. You need, huh?
Trish was on the cover, so she'll definitely be in there. The Headbangers were in this year's 2K25, so they should the possibility
Should
they'd
be.
be back in 2K26.
Yeah, you gotta have like Big Boss Man, Ventura, Midian. Like you know what I'm saying. You gotta have like the Ministry of Darkness.
Majority of those guys are under contract. I think out of Viscera, Bossman, and Midian, the only one that's not under a legend seal is Midian.
You need LOD 2000, not just like your regular LOD. You need the LOD 2000 with the fucking.
I would love to have any version of LOD back in a WWE game. I know we're getting Demolition.
You gotta have Tatanka. Like you're gonna have Tatanka. I could throw that shit in the trash. Not Tatanka. Fuck. I fucked it up. Tatanka Michinoku. Not fucking Tatanka. That's like fucking 90s. Tatanka Michinoku. You gotta have Tatanka Michinoku, Funaki. You gotta have Too Cool or Too Much. If they had Too Much in there, that would actually be pretty cool too. Trying to think of like Attitude Era. Kane, Test, China. I know they probably won't have China in there just because.
No, yeah, China. China was in last year's team.
Was she?
Yep.
If they had China, then you have to have China. Maybe Cat.
I'm
Jacqueline.
sure you'll pretty much get all of DX. Because I don't know how Billy Gunn is able to have a legend seal with or like this type of contract with WWE and be under AEW contract too, which just boggles my damn mind. So
Then you should have like the original NOD, and then have them split off in their little factions where you have DOA and Nation of Domination and Los Barriquas. Yeah.
I think I know Crush is under contract because there's a new Crush figure coming out. There's a new Demolition Crush figure coming out, and I believe they also announced the Kona Crush Elite as well.
Steve Blackman be in the game. Fucking, I don't want to.
He is under a legend seal now. They have a figure of him coming out.
Ken Shamrock.
So
Ken Shamrock.
I think he's still under. He should still be under a deal too. This will probably be
Val Venus.
I doubt that one, but it's, this will probably be the last game that Mick Foley's in for a while.
Oh yeah,
if he's even in it.
They probably are deleting him now as we speak.
Yeah.
The guy that created him in the game's crying like, motherfucker, I worked all year. Developing. Mankind. Chainsaw Charlie. Anything
Hmm.
Gilbert. And I wonder if they're just going to do WWE Attitude Era, or if they're going to do like the whole, like ECW, um, WCW2 around that time frame.
I don't know. With their current list of legends / ambassadors that they have, Armando Estrada, Axe, Bob Backlund, the Boogeyman, the Dudleys, DDP.
Boogeyman, that's post. He's not Attitude Era.
Yeah, that's just like everyone that we got. Jim Duggan, Jimmy Hart, Mark Henry, Mickey James, Mosh, Thrasher, Tatanka.
Mickey James is kind of post
Typhoon,
Attitude Era too.
Victoria.
She's not really Attitude.
She was Victoria came in during the Attitude Era, but she didn't really get the height of her popularity till towards the end.
Victoria, I don't think is Attitude Era really.
She
Like when
was.
I think Attitude Era. I'm thinking Jacqueline, Luna, Sable, Sunny, uh, maybe like late stage. I mean, not late stage, early stage Trish. Um, I mean, Lita, I guess, is like the tail end of the Attitude Era.
So the Attitude Era rant was according to WWE, they capped the Attitude Era off in
like 96,
97
2000.
2002.
Okay.
Because they're going with Survivor Series 97 as the start of the Attitude Era, which was
That
the
was
Montreal Screwjob.
no, that wasn't Montreal Screwjob, was it?
Yeah.
That was Austin Bret Hart,
Yeah,
King of the Ring, wasn't it?
No,
No,
King of the Ring
Austin.
was Austin and Jake St. Roberts.
No, Austin. The Austin Bret Hart, the one where Bret Hart made Austin tap out.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. November '97 was the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah.
So that's when they're saying was the start of the Attitude Era.
That wasn't the start of the Attitude Era. I'm telling you, the start of the Attitude Era was when uh Bret Hart turned heel, fucking made Austin kept Austin the sharpshooter till he passed out, and Bret Hart turned heel. You had that Team Canada or whatever, and then Austin was kind of like the face of the company, and Vince was trying to keep the title away from Austin. The screw job happened kind of, I won't say not middle, but like early to the thing, because Bret Hart was in the Attitude Era for a little bit in WWE before he went.
Because he left shortly after that screw job. Yeah, WrestleMania 13 was 1997. So yeah, I mean, I would agree on that one. That
I'm just saying where I would put it. You know what I mean? Like if you tell me a date, I would either put Austin. I either put Austin's King of the Ring or Austin Brett as is when the Attitude Era started. Because like you're missing some of the best stuff out of the Attitude Era if you started after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. King of the Ring 96. I would put it at 96.
Yeah.
June 96. Because that's like there was some stuff like kind of before that, like leading up to it. But I would say that's definitely I would say that'd be the beginning of the Attitude Era would be the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
So. And 2002 is about right for the.
And
I wouldn't say maybe. I'd probably say around 2002 would be right for the end of that.
Yeah.
Like when did?
I'm assuming they probably have to end with Austin Rock WrestleMania or something.
Yeah.
Is that 2002?
When did she debut? I'm trying to see when she debuted and when Victoria debuted.
I want to say it was around like 2003 ish.
Because I know because she was there with well, Stevie Richards wasn't doing Right to Censor anymore, so. Training and debut was probably about 2000.
Oh no, says Victoria had 2 key WWE debuts. June 2000 as one of the Godfather's hoes,
Yeah.
leading to a brief stint in training and development. And then in 2002 on Sunday Night Heat, immediately get in with Trish Stratus. So she came in right at the tail end, like the very tail end.
And that's probably why I was thinking Attitude Era for her because of the because of Trish.
Yeah.
But that'd be about the time where Trish was picking up as an actual wrestler.
As a wrestler, yeah.
A manager.
Not just tits and ass. Or Tess and Albert, I mean.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Good time.
Good times, good times, good times.
My favorite era of wrestling. Or maybe a little before that. I was real big into not like WWE, but like ECW and WCW was like popping off like around like 96.
Yeah.
97.
I would honestly say 96 definitely was the start of the Attitude Era. Or just that whole, because it wasn't just WWE, like everyone like made changes in their programming. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. ECW was the one that forced everyone to make a change in their programming.
Yeah.
Because of how popular they've become, and more people were paying attention to ECW, and there's more buzz around ECW than there was with WCW or WWE.
Yeah.
That's why we got the NWO. That's why we ended up with DX and all this other stuff, is because ECW forced a change.
You even had the ECW invasion.
Yeah.
Right. That was That was like what, 96 or 95?
It was 95, 96,
Yeah.
around there.
But yeah,
All
you're
right.
right.
Awesome stuff there. So, but I'm looking forward. I'll see as far as 2K26 goes. Hopefully, we'll get some more information over the next few weeks as far as actual roster match types. There's rumored that the Inferno match is coming back, and like a couple other matches that have been out for a while. I think one of them, 3 Stages of Hell, was supposed to be coming back too.
And they have Buried Alive on there.
They didn't have it as a rumored matchup on there or something that could possibly be coming back. I know they've had casket matches in their last game. 2K25 had a casket match.
Yeah, casket match. Casket match. Burying their ass out there on the fucking side of the ring.
Casket match is freaking hard. Like,
yeah.
And it's all the mechanics of trying to get them into the casket and then close the casket. Like, it's one of the longest damn matches to play.
Yeah, I bet.
Freaking annoying. So. All right. Anywho, let's go ahead and hop over to the Elite Figure of the Week. Since we're gearing up for the Royal Rumble, thought it'd be a good time to show off this guy as the Elite Figure of the Week, which is the Amazon exclusive Ultimate Edition Shawn Michaels. From his first appearance in the Royal Rumble, the first one that he won of his back-to-back Rumbles. Right down to the wonderful zebra stripe gear.
Yeah.
Cool. A new head sculpt for Shawn Michaels, a little kissy face.
Back when he was just a sexy boy.
Damn straight. So it does come with an alternate head too, which is the open mouth head there. I'm not sure why both his heads have the earrings on there, especially considering like he didn't wrestle
with earrings.
With the earrings in. So they could have put a head in there that didn't have the earrings on it. But I mean, it is what it is, apparently. So
they should come with like clip-ons so you could like clip them on, clip them off. Like he did before the match.
Probably end up freaking losing those.
Sexy boy. Do they have a Sensational Fury from that time period?
I've got there did 2 Sensational Sherries for Mattel. Mm-hmm. So I've got one Queen Cherry, and then there is a Sherry that lines up with Michaels.
I didn't know if they had done one or not. I figured like if they did Sherry, they probably do like Harlem Heat or like her wrestling days or something.
It was a SummerSlam.
Okay.
Cherry from Shawn Michaels match at SummerSlam. So there's the tights, which is pretty cool, and then of course signature boots.
Boots.
It's pretty cool. It's a great figure. This was an Amazon exclusive. Apparently, a lot of people bummed out because they missed the pre-order on it, which literally was like months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point now where I see, like, if it's an Amazon exclusive or something, like, I'm just going to immediately pre-order it.
Okay.
Because there's a couple of the Amazon ones I missed out on that I wanted to get. So
didn't it come out with the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania with like a zip line?
They did.
Like with the zip line, like with like the actual zip line, so you can zip line them down They did?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
well, I
a
didn't.
San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that showed up at Ross for some reason, like very limited supply. So yeah, there you go. Royal Rumble, Shawn Michaels. I like the hat too.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. It's a great figure. I really like the Ultimates. I just pre-ordered the new Umaga off of Amazon too, which is just a standard Ultimate release, but it was one I was wanting to get, so looks better than the other figures they put out of them so far. All right, so there is that. So let's hop over to the Old Spot. All right, no holds barred. Super Bowl this weekend.
No.
No.
The conference championship games.
Oh,
So
okay.
you got two games, and then 2 weeks from now, Super Bowl.
Not bad. You can see how much I pay
Right.
attention to football. I'm just
You're good.
Super Bowl because like all the talk of them adding Green Day to the halftime show.
Yeah, well, the pre-show, the open kickoff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the hate towards Bad Bunny at the halftime show, and the NFL doubles down and says, "Well, how about Green Day?" Oh man, they're really saying, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Love it. So, oh, awesome stuff. Wait for it to be done with. Oh shit! Excuse me. Oscar nominations been pretty heavy with some horror movies this year, which never really happens. Sinners picking up 16 nominations. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty popular movie. Like, I don't see why it
you
wouldn't.
never see a horror movie get nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, but what other fucking movies came out this year that were better? You know what I mean? Like,
I know. And like
they
even
haven't.
Weapons got nominated for a few too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That, to me, it's like the horror genre here lately has like kind of been. And I say this, and people are gonna be like, "It's fucking not original because it is like a vampire movie," but it's the only like semi-original genre right now. Like most of your um other
Well,
stuff is just remakes and reboots and stuff like that.
even with it being like a vampire movie, it's compared to most other vampire movies out there, it's pretty original in that vampire subgenre of horror. Like
Yeah.
even if you just look at you take the vampires out of that story, and it's still a very compelling story without the
Hmm.
vampires. Like even if there's just regular white people and not
Yeah.
like vampire white people, but I mean it's still a good story, and it just happens to have vampires involved in it, and which kind of kicked it up a notch, and it's just a great freaking movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, after I watch it, I said this is up there with freaking Lost Boys as far as like vampire movies go. Like it's neck and neck with Lost Boys.
Yeah. To me, vampire movies. I still Interview with a Vampire still up there for me.
Interview with Vampire is a good movie too. Let's see. So the rest of the horror movies here that got nominated, Ugly Stepsister, So I might have to check that one. I heard that was pretty good. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Weapons. Why can't you just give me a list? Like, I don't need a whole freaking write-up of every movie. Jesus. Get out of here.
Speaking of movies, you seen the previews for I think it's called like Send Help or something like that. That's like
oh yeah, the
pretty
new
good.
the new Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I love Sam. You know, anything he does, I'll pretty much watch. This is his first R-rated horror movie in a while.
Yeah.
Pretty excited for that too. The other thing too, freaking Masters of the Universe trailer dropped for that this week with a June release. You know, I gotta say, I was a pretty big fan as a kid. Like, it's not, you know, as far as like the stuff that I've kind of stuck with, like He-Man's not one of them. Like, but you know, like Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, like stuff from, you know, when we were kids. But I'm excited for this He-Man movie. Like, it looks really good as far as that initial trailer. I was kind of worried about what they were going to do with Skeletor, since Jared Leto is playing Skeletor, but he looks freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. Generally excited for this He-Man movie, considering how much I love the original movie with Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. I probably won't be in the theater to see it, but when it hits streaming, it's definitely something I'm going to see. I'm super excited for that. There's some other stuff too. They've been dropping these Avengers, Doomsday trailers. I guess the next one is involving the Hulk and Thor, or something like that. So let's see what happens with that. Oh, this was a good one too. This really hit you like right in the nostalgic feels here. McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Remember the little Transformers that they used to have? Like the Big Mac and the fries and stuff. They're bringing them back.
Wow.
So they did 3 different waves of them. They came out in 87, 89, and 90. So they're supposed to hit Happy Meals starting on January 27th. And I think there's 16 new ones to collect.
Okay.
So there will be a lot of 40-somethings buying Happy Meals for themselves.
Yeah.
To get these changeable.
Only thing I think they've been doing here lately, which is kind of sucks, especially with like all the meals and stuff, is like it seems like they never like have enough inventory for what they do.
Yeah.
So it's like you go and they're like, oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I don't eat fast food at all like anymore, but like my kids did get the Grinch meal, but the SpongeBob SquarePants meal at Burger King was like sold out, and then they went back later for a Grinch meal and they'd already sold out. It's just like if you don't get it like right as it debuts, then you're not getting
I don't get that either. Like, I guess they don't want to put because like those ones, like the more popular franchises like SpongeBob and stuff like that, like because what they do, like made the bun yellow.
Yeah,
And
I think it may put a pineapple on it or something. I don't know.
it's supposed to be like a Krabby Patty or something. I don't
Yeah,
know. But they did that before, like Spider-Man. They made the bun red.
yeah,
Wednesday they made it black. So
yeah. The wins unhappy meal or whatever.
yeah. So well, I don't understand, especially like the Grinch meal. Like it had Grinch socks in the meal
Yeah,
as like the thing, and then even when you look at what was the other one? Is the glasses, the McDonald's Land cups that they did the one meal for, and those things like sold out immediately.
yeah,
I don't think people realize. I think McDonald's realizes the demand for it, and they just don't give a shit, and they just
yeah,
want to be stuck with a bunch of extra stuff.
yeah. Maybe. I don't know. But it just seems like, in the 90s when like shit came out, like seems like it was available for, months going in.
Yeah, it's because like we didn't care about like collector markets and stuff like that now, where now it's like a thing, like because like those old school Happy Meal toys, like the changeables, are high up there as far as resale value, and I think that's what's going to be the same thing with this stuff. And probably like one of my favorite things that I ever got from McDonald's was those Batman Forever cups, those glasses.
Yeah,
I had the whole set, and it wasn't difficult to get the whole set. Like,
yeah.
you
I had the whole
literally just
set
go
too.
in and you buy them for $2.99.
You had about a quarter pounder, I
Yeah,
think. No,
yeah.
yeah,
When you got the meal, you can buy the glass for $3. Like
yeah,
it wasn't that difficult to get them.
yeah. No, I ate several quarter pounders with Jesus, so it was just like, but yeah. Uh, yeah, it's one of those things too it's one of those things I don't think people realize this. Like, and nothing like against like collectors and stuff, but the stuff that has like high resale value, like when it comes to collectibles, is stuff that everybody had but didn't keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and they wish they still had, versus like something that was like readily like in collector things. Like, unless you enjoy collecting it, like I wouldn't suggest buying it just to buy it or thinking it's going to be worth something down the road where it's like it's not because nobody has it to want it again.
yeah. Case in point, you remember the '90s X-Men figures?
Yeah,
So like these things are still super cheap on the aftermarket, with the exception of maybe like one or two. Like they're
yeah,
still cheap enough to buy. They're like nobody is really out there trying to flip them for $200-300 for a Wolverine figure when they made like 50 different fucking Wolverines. So
yeah,
I, yeah, this is like I got a shelf full of them that I've picked up at like local toy stores or toy shows or something, and like they'd be like $2 or $3 each. Like
yeah,
there's like I've got a Bishop and an Xavier for the original run. I got one of each of those still in the package for my boys, Bishop and Xavier. And I think the most I paid was that Bishop. I think I paid $15 for it. The Xavier I got for like $5.
yeah,
But I had another guy at a toy store trying to freaking charge me $25 for it. It was like, paying $25 for that. What the hell's wrong with you?
yeah,
People are weird. So.
for sure.
But yeah, it's all just, and I had the majority of these when I was, when the X-Men cartoon was on in the 90s. I had the majority of these figures, but I didn't keep them. So it's like I have adult money now. I want some of these figures back, and I want some of the ones that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome stuff there. I'm excited for all these horror movies being nominated for Oscars. Psyched for that He-Man movie. The Send Help movie looks awesome. Oh, what the hell else was there out there? There's something else. Oh, the new Evil Dead comes out this year too. Evil Dead Burn. And they've already casted for the follow-up to that one for 2027, I think. So psyched for that. Lots of good stuff. Lots of great stuff coming up. Snowmageddon.
Something funny, because he's bringing up Sinners, and they're like so the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, he's married to the girl from Sinners. You know what I'm talking about? Like the main girl on Sinners.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And so Josh Allen, like, he lost again. Like, he's like been notorious now for like the last 6 or 7 years losing in the playoffs. And he cried and everything. But there's like a point on the field where it kind of shows him like this, like hands over his face or whatever, and they're like, Josh Allen watching the overtime was the same way he watched Sinners. Because his wife was the girl in Sinners.
Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Oh, speaking of horror movies too, Triangle Terrorcon announced a couple more guests, a couple voice actors with
All right.
Ian Russell and Brian Watts, who've done a lot of video game characters. Ian Russell voiced a couple characters in the Payback game series. Brian Watts is Gates of Hell, Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, and a couple other ones there. So pretty cool stuff. So changing up there a little bit. Pretty excited.
It's definitely grown this year for sure.
Yeah. Freaking emails left and right every day from other promoters and, well, not promoters, but agents and bands and performers, and literally just had to answer an email from someone who is a hook suspension performer or skin hook suspension performer.
Wow.
I don't know where the hell we would put that at. Like, I know we got space, a little more space this year, but not like that type of space. So,
do you need like a permit? Do you need a permit for that or no?
I don't know, honestly. So, I got like people like, hey, do you need a band? Like, not really.
Band would be cool. Like, the hook performer would probably be cool too, but the thing is, like,
cool, but I don't have.
I don't know if you need like some kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like borderline like adult entertainment types.
I got freaking fire dancers messaging me too. I was like, no, like, I can't have a fire dancer. Sorry.
Get you fired at.
I think we're inside a building, like a hotel. Like, it's not like it's 100-foot ceiling. It's maybe like a 30-foot ceiling. Like, I can't have a fire dancer.
Get you a fire dancer and hook hangers.
Like, freaking set the place on fire. Like,
just have all the oddities.
So, I was like, I would love to incorporate this stuff, but it's just not the space. So,
yeah.
I mean, when we eventually decide to go, the full weekend, then yeah, we can add a band for, a Saturday night or a Friday night or whatever. But Like as of right now, it's one day. That's it.
Yeah. What
Looking
kind of
forward
music
to it.
was it?
It'll be fun.
Heavy metal at least? Or
They're all like freaking like a couple of them like death metal bands.
okay.
Like okay, so, I mean it fits, but
At least it kind of fits, you know what I mean? They went like, hey man, we'll come sing country at your TerraCon.
it depends on the country. Like if it's like horror related country, yeah.
I don't have too many horror with it. Midnight in Montgomery, maybe.
I see you through your window as I watch you from my truck. That broke down on the side of the road that my dog ran away from.
Or they just do like country covers of some.
The one I would love to get, like as far as like a band goes, it's the comedy group called the Merkins, and they do boy band parodies, but they're like the Slash Street Boys. So each one dresses up as a different horror character.
Yeah, I seen this.
They do like covers like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys music. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like that'd be something I would love to get. But apparently they as a group they don't do that stuff anymore. So
Okay.
that sucks.
I mean, all groups break up at some point.
Yeah. My kids love it. I don't know why. They just think it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's all I've got for this week.
Yeah, man, that's it for me too.
Right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for me. So we'll be back with you next week. We'll talk some Royal Rumble, some Saturday Night's main events, all that fun stuff as we go into that. The road to WrestleMania officially starts next Saturday. Well, hopefully we'll see more participants in the Rumble so we can kind of narrow down our picks for that. Men's and women's Rumbles. So much stuff going on. But, we'll be back with you next week. Make sure you follow us on all our social media outlets and all that fun stuff. You can find the link tree in the episode description where you need to go. On behalf of myself and the Fantasy Wrestling, we will chat with y'all next week. Later, Marks.